Hello, just checking my microphone's on. If the tech gods are smiling on me today. This is an introduction to Qigong, the short version, in which I will be including a movement that I forgot to include in the long version, whoops, that we did in the live class. So with that being said, I'll just whack on with it. Posture. You want ideally a chair with no arms. You can move your arms about. Sit away from the back of the chair if that's available to you. Spine straight, vertebrae stacked, crown suspended from a string to decompress the spine, chin tucked slightly back. The back isn't too caved, it's not too chest pushing out, sort of exactly in the middle of those positions. Feet flat on the floor, hip width. Let's start with some wave breathing. One hand on the abdomen, one hand on the chest. And we're going to inhale to the belly, to the ribs, chest. You should feel that top hand rising. And then exhale, chest, ribs, belly. This is all in and out through the nose. Belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. And repeat. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. Inhale, belly, ribs, chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, belly. A couple more times. Exhale. Okay. Brief bit of acupuncture massage, or acupressure massage rather. Palms of the hands on the knee. I'm going to lift my legs so you can see what I'm doing. Palm of the hand on the knee where the ring finger lands. That is stomach 36. You can press and make circles. You can just press and hold, or you can knock. That's good if you're not 100% sure where the point is. Don't worry about it. You do one leg and then the other leg. You can do both at the same time. Again, palm of the hand on the knee where the ring finger lands. That's stomach 36. I like to knock. And this is a good point for energy, which I am often lacking in. And you're going to do some tapping elsewhere on the body too. Knock up and down the sternum. Apologies if this sounds weird on the microphone. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. With a sighing sort of ha breath. Knock underneath one shoulder. There's a hollow underneath where the shoulder bone meets the collarbone. Tap with an open cupped palm down the inside of the arm, up the outside of the arm, down the inside, up the outside, down the inside, up the outside, knocking on the other side. I'm doing it a bit awkwardly because that's right where my microphone is. But again, where the collarbone meets shoulder bone, there's a little hollow under there. Then open palm slightly cupped, tap down the inside, up the outside. Repeat 2 more times. Pause for a second. Lift up one arm, tap in the armpit. I was going to say elbow then. That is not the elbow. Down the side, wrist to the hip. Couple more times. And the other side. And we're going to do a bit of knocking with loose fists up and down the tailbone, not directly on the spine, but to either side. If it's available to you, you can come slightly higher up either side of the spine, up to the ribs, which is why my voice has gone all weird now. Back down to the tailbone. And take it round to the sides of the hips and the glutes. And oh, that feels really nice. Again, up palm, slap down the outsides of the legs. You can't see me, but I'm going past the knees, down the lower legs, round the feet, round the toes, and slapping up the insides of the legs. Round to the outside and down all the way to the toes and round the inside. One more time. Slap at the hip crease for a bit. And pause. Close your eyes for a second. See if you feel any different for doing that tapping. Let me check on my list what we're doing next, lest I forget. Spinal movements. We're going to move the spine in 3 different directions. First, twisting. Opposite hand to opposite knee, other hand up to the hip. We're going to gently twist to the side, starting from the lower portion of your spine, working your way up the mid back to the shoulders, and then lastly the neck. Don't want to knead with the neck and do yourself mischief. Back to the center, other hand over to the other knee, other hand up to the hip, and twist, wringing out the spine. Back to the center. Inhale. Exhale, twist to one side. Head turns last. Inhale, back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And inhale. Back to center. Now spinal cord breathing is a bit like cat-cow. So we're going to arch and round the spine. Bring your arms up like so, gentle fist. Inhale, bring the arms out. Lift the chest, lift the chin slightly. Exhale, bring the arms back in. Bring the elbows in towards the belly, tuck the chin slightly. Squeeze all that air out. Inhale. Lift the chest, lift the chin slightly, arms out. Exhale. Tuck it all back in, round the back. Tuck the chin slightly. A few more goes of that. You might notice you rock slightly forward on this, and then as you exhale, you rock slightly further back on your sits bones as you round the back. Exhale. A couple more times. Good. Now we're going to stretch to the side as we do this. We're going to think of bending the spine up before we bend to either side so that you're not sort of crunching yourself over. That can feel not good. We're going to sweep one arm up and around so the palm is facing up and lean over to that side. Keep this hip and this sits bone anchored down. So it's not much of a lean, that's fine. Swoop the arm down again. Lifting up and over. Keep this side rooted down. Now we'll do that with the breath. So inhale, arm goes up. Exhale, arm comes back down. Inhale into the stretch. Exhale, release the stretch. A couple more times. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Now we're going to shake. Shaking gets the bad juju out of the body. Makes you feel better. So for this, You want to inhale through your nose, exhale out the mouth with a forceful, well, not forceful, but like a sigh, like you're letting stuff go. And you're shaking the wrists and elbows and shoulders a little bit. You might notice your head bouncing on your neck. If you can, tap your heels gently into the floor at the same time. Bring the arms up, if that's comfortable. If not, keep them where they were. Above the head. Keep everything bent. Don't hike the shoulders up. Bring back down. Let all of that stress out. Now, we'll do an exercise called flying. We will fly away from our stresses. With this, you inhale as you lift the arms out to either side of you. Exhale as you lower the arms. Inhale, you're leading with a limp wrist. Exhale, you're dropping the elbow, and then the wrist waves down like so. This is all in and out through the nose now. Inhale up, exhale down. Close your eyes. Imagine you're a bird and you're flying far above your to-do list. Far above all of the people that might be annoying you today and anything else that might be on your mind. Now let that stuff go for a minute. What do you see when you're flying? Where are you flying over? Are you flying over a city? Over a cute little village? Over the countryside? Go wherever you want. Have a nice time in your head. With this movement, you want to think about slowing down the breath. If the rate that I'm moving and breathing at is too slow for you, adjust it to your own pace. If it's not slow enough, slow it down. All good. Don't want to have anyone passing out on my watch because they're breathing too slowly. If you feel the shoulders getting tense, try and think about relaxing them. This is tiring out the arms. Do just little baby flaps. Arms don't have to come up very high. Okay, good. Now we will do a static posture that I forgot in the long version, whoops, which is called lower embracing the tree position, which is like so. You hold your arms out in a hoop in front of you, palms face up, hovering just above the lap, elbows bent. The arms aren't too far forward. They're not right into your belly. They're just slightly further away from you. You want to imagine like you've got a tennis ball underneath each armpit. I almost called them elbows again. Keep doing that today. And you want to spread the fingers, not so that you create tension, but just so that you create some space for the chi to flow. And close your eyes and do some deep breathing in and out of the nose. See if you can feel your belly rising and falling. Now this lower embrace the tree position is otherwise known as Wuji. There are lots of different Wuji positions. And it's embodying the kind of energy of a tree, where you are rooted down through your feet, and in this case also through our sits bones, connecting to the energy of the earth. And your upper body and your arms are connecting to the energy of the heavens. And we keep joints bent, we keep fingers spread, we keep tennis ball under the armpits to create space for the qi to flow. Because Qigong is all about, well, it's all about a lot of things, but one of the things it's about is strengthening the huang, which is the sinew body, so your connective tissue, your tendons, your ligaments, everything collagen-y. And every collagen conducts electricity, and you can think of this pose as raising a sail to catch the wind. A similar thing, we're sort of creating space to catch qi, for qi to flow through the connective tissue. That's that qi looks like electric charge, because connective tissue can generate as well as circulate electricity. So we'll just pause and hold for a minute to help build our qi. If you feel the shoulders are getting tense, make some micro adjustments, try and drop them. This will start to feel a bit uncomfortable. That's normal, don't worry about it. It gets easier over time. Okay, now we're going to pull down the heavens, sweep the arms up, gather the qi, gather the energy around you, draw it down the central channel to your lower dantian, which is an energy center below the navel. Inhale, arms up, gather the qi, gather the energy, bring it down the central channel of the body to the lower energy center below the navel. Inhale. Exhale. You can use your imagination here. What does that qi look like that you're gathering from the air? What color is it? Does it look like smoke? Does it look like a light? Does it look like butterflies or rainbows? What does it look like? And what does your lower energy center look like when you gather that energy there? Your lower dantian is midway between your navel and your pubic bone, sort of an inch or two below the navel. Does that glow with a color? You collected lots of butterflies there, lots of rainbows, you know, to use your imagination. No, nothing is wrong, just anything that feels sort of like good and wholesome and nice to you. Sometimes I do like glowing balls of light and change the color depending on what sort of color energy I think I need. Green is often a very healing color. Orange is quite an energizing color. And we'll finish with one palm crossed over the other on the lower dantian. Make some circles up the right side, down the left side. Your right and your left, not mine. My camera is probably doing mirroring things. Condense that circle so it's over the lower dantian, below the navel. Inhale. Exhale. And we're done. Hope you enjoyed.